to him. Come here, Pee-wee, I need a hug, man. This is the parts that you don't see, the behind the scenes, about extra work of having to go remake the whole pizza again, but I'm down to go down memory lane anytime if it's gonna inspire something beautiful like this lion's mane pepperoni. Yo, you gotta check this out. This is me in 2nd or 3rd grade. Don't let the cute face fool you. This dude was a monster. This is the same kid that would eat all the Oreos and basically leave one broken up Oreo sealed away very nicely tucked in the cabinets for my mom to find. Who ate all the Oreo, Todd? This kid also would drink all the juice and leave like 3 drops for the next person to find the next day. This is also the same kid that would pick all the pepperonis off the pizza and just leave cheese, sauce, and bread. God, my mom had to deal with a lot. She had to have a lot of patience. But anyway, that leads us to this episode of This Recipe Reminds Me Of, where I'll take an image, I invite a guest, or I just find something from the past to help inspire a vegan dish that has better vibes than they used to, you know what I mean? Lord Jesus, this kid is so selfish, and like he eats all the Oreos. Like, how could he just leave one broken one? Like, who does that? Okay, for this recipe, you're not gonna need a lot of lion's mane. You're only gonna need about 3 to 4 ounces. This cost me about $8, which I feel like is a little bit overpriced. One question I get all the time is like, where can I find lion's mane? I always recommend first try your local farmers markets, try your specialty stores. Whole Foods carry them sometimes, but it can be very expensive if you go that route. So I recommend the cheapest route, and I feel like the most rewarding route is to grow your own at home. Lion's mane is one of the easiest mushrooms to grow with a kit. So there's different kits you can choose from. I'll supply a few in the description below. But also I am giving this recipe to the YouTube community, and I'm not posting this anywhere else, well, for the time being. So thank you for being here and watching the video. Let's get to it. So first thing we're gonna do is cut the lion's mane into the smallest pieces we can. This is my first time chopping up lion's mane for a recipe by hand, and a bunch of ideas started to come to mind. First one that came to mind is like, yo, this would be a good option for creating lion's mane ground crumbles. So maybe that's something we could do in the future, but let's chop this up real nice. Next, we're gonna add 1 cup of Vital wheat gluten, nutritional yeast, smoked paprika, garlic, onion, basil, oregano, crushed red pepper, fennel. It's very important to mix your dry ingredients before you move on to the next step. Now let's add our 1 cup of lion's mane. Totally forgot this step, but it's never too late to add a little salt and pepper. Now we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of tomato paste. This is gonna help with flavor and color. Place our mixture to the side. Now we're gonna mix all of our wet ingredients. Add a 1/4 cup of water, liquid amino, tablespoon of avocado oil. Let's mix it all together. Now we can pour our liquid into the mix. Now it's time to get dirty. The trick is to keep flipping and keep pressing. And eventually all the water will, soak up all the dry mixture, and eventually we'll have our pepperoni vibe going. It smells like pepperoni already. You can see the lion's mane and all the spices and herb. Look how it looks when you pull it apart. Wow. Incredible. I want to create 2 different pepperonis, so I'm gonna split it in 2 and make them into balls. All right, so now we're gonna take our round ball of dough and kind of mash it down and start creating your pepperoni texture or size or shape. The best way to create the shape is to start rolling it in the parchment paper. You want to roll it as tight as you can. You may have to cut some of the edges of the parchment paper off. All right, now you want to twist both sides very tight and snug. And you have your pepperoni shape right there. So now we're gonna steam our pepperoni for about 30 to 40 minutes. So we're gonna pour some water into a pan. Then we're gonna add a steamer basket. Now we can add our wrapped pepperoni to the basket. And we're gonna cover it up and allow it to cook for 30 to 40 minutes. The longer you allow it to cook, the better the texture will be.
Ooh, smoking.
Ooh-wee. Look at that. Wow. Smells like pepperoni, looks like pepperoni. Let's do a taste test. That's it. All right, let's put this pepperoni to test on a pizza. This is a pre-made pizza dough from Trader Joe's. And mozzarella. Now we can add our pepperoni. All right, here's my favorite part of the video, having the opportunity to taste the food. I truly need a hug after dropping that pizza, but we keep it moving, right? Cheers. Sorry to be smacking, but when it's good, you gotta smack. The texture on the pepperoni is incredible. It's very meaty. It's a little dry like pepperoni should be, so I love it. I hope you give it a try, and I hope you enjoy it the same way I do. Thank you for watching this episode. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to show some love. Make sure to come back for the next episode. Check this out. I'm down to go down memory lane anytime.